Hello and welcome to my video. So today our question is, what do you mean by the chemical formula of any compound? For example, we have CO2 plus carbon dioxide. What do you mean by this? What does it mean? What does this mean in particular? This. Let's take carbon dioxide. What is the symbol? CO2. This means that there is one carbon atom and two oxygen atoms. CO2. 2 is called subscript. This is the subscript 2. This tells you how many atoms there are, how many oxygen atoms there are. So CO CO2 is 2, so 2 oxygen atoms. So a CO2 CO2 molecule usually looks like this. CO, O, and these are the bonds. This is a CO2 molecule. 2 oxygen atoms and 1 carbon atom. Right. So our main question was this. What does it mean? What does CO2 mean? Well, we learned that it's made up of carbon and oxygen, and there is one carbon atom and two oxygen atoms. So how do we answer this question? We write the chemical formula for carbon dioxide is CO2, which indicates that number 1, carbon and oxygen make up one molecule of carbon dioxide or CO2, and number 2, subscripts indicate that there are 2 oxygen atoms in one molecule of carbon dioxide. That's the answer. Thank you. Let's give another example. What do we mean by the chemical formula of water? What is the formula of water? H2O. What does it indicate? Hydrogen, oxygen make up one molecule, which means oxygen, hydrogen bonds. This is a one molecule. So hydrogen and oxygen make up one molecule of water, and subscripts indicate that there are 2 hydrogen atoms. So how do we solve it? How do we answer it? Answer: the chemical formula of water is H2O. which indicates that number one, hydrogen and oxygen make up one molecule of water. And number two, subscripts indicate that there are two hydrogen atoms in one molecule of water. Basically, we have a format to answer these types of questions, which is number one, or step one. We write this part. We mention the chemical formula. So step one, the chemical formula of water is H2O, and then we basically write this part, which is continuing the sentence, which indicates that. And step two, we write in is can be any compound can come. We write one element and another element may be more than two. There may be more than two elements there mentioned in the formula. Element make up one molecule of the substance. And step 3, we write subscripts indicate that there are however many atoms of element atoms of the chemical in atoms in one molecule of the substance. This is basically the formula to answer every type of question. Every type of chemical formula comes in this way. What do we mean by the chemical formula of dash? First, we write the chemical formula of dash, which indicates that. Then we write this element and that element, maybe more than two elements, make up one molecule of the substance. Substance can any substance is basically the compound. And step 3, we write subscripts indicate that there are however many elements of the atoms. So in case of water, 2 hydrogen atoms. In case of any substance, 2 or 3 or 4 or 10, any number of atoms in one molecule of the substance, which is this compound. Let's give another example. What do we mean by the chemical formula of sulphur dioxide? What is the chemical formula of sulphur dioxide? Sulphur dioxide, SO2. What does this mean? Made up of sulfur and oxygen. What does the subscript mean? 2 oxygen. So we write, following this, Following this answer, the chemical formula of sulfur dioxide is SO2, which indicates that 1. Sulfur and oxygen make up one molecule of sulfur dioxide, and number 2, sorry, misspelled sulfur dioxide, and number 2, subscripts indicate that there are 2 oxygen atoms in one molecule of sulfur dioxide. That's it.